in on.
Frost will suit his playing style, too.
I think so. Let's see, though. He might go with Daedalus. Okay, he goes with Daedalus.
Daedalus, okay.
Well, we'll see if Party can win on this map. It's pretty hard for Protoss. It's gotten a little bit better since the patch, but I feel like Party, you know, you want to bring him to a map where you can only get 2 bases. He's not going to care.
He's not dependent on getting the late game.
He doesn't have to, and he's so good at late game. He's so
solid. Too. Yeah. But he's perfectly content just ending the game with a nice party timing push.
Yeah.
Doing some mind gamey stuff early on.
Sure. Why not? As long as he wins.
Whatever it takes to win, man. It's not about who had the coolest strats. It's not about who had the best micro or the best macro or whatever. It's whatever you can do to win in that game.
That's right. Here we go, Tasteless.
It looks like that game is starting now. Remember, the winner is going to be our first player today to go on to the round of 16. Will it be True, or will it be Parting, the world champion from 2012? We're going to find out soon here at GOMTV.
Party versus True.
What's up, Artosis? Talk to me, Artie.
Not too much is going on. Just as I said, I've been a little bit sick, trying to rest a bit.
What kind of sickness did you have, anyways?
I got a really sore throat, like really sore.
That sucks
like
if you're a caster, man.
Yeah, I couldn't even like talk yesterday morning at all.
A lot of people in Seoul have been getting sick over the past few months that I know.
Yeah, it's just kind of that
just
season.
the winter season, yeah.
Yeah. Immune systems go down a bit.
You got a little kid too.
Yep, it definitely makes me sick more often. A lot of fans here today.
Yeah, man. And guys, you're always welcome to our studio. Entry's free. Samsung Station Exit 1.
And, well, here we are, Tasteless. It looks like he wants to do a cannon rush.
There should be a cannon rush.
But, like, this map is... Let's see him.
Well, the fact that he... Oh, I just gave myself
He should have seen that.
I don't think he did. Oh, my
like,
God.
his drone technically saw it. Okay,
well, he's shown just, like... punch through that wall.
Does True not believe in him? He's like, no, you're not going to cannon rush me.
Oh, my God.
Well, that hatchery's going to go down. For sure that hatchery's going to go down.
He's going to get a third hatch, too.
Oh, I like it. I like it, Tasteless. He's only making 1 cannon. He needs to make a second one. In fact, he needs to make more than that. He needs to just abuse surface area right now. So if you just don't give enough surface area, they can't do anything. Yeah, there you go. That cannon's going to get up. For sure. Just cancel that one at the last second. And he doesn't. Wow.
You know, one thing that is convenient is because he's already got the pylon up there with that third hatchery. He could just cannon rush that.
Oh, you mean in his own natural?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's called a cannon rush.
He could just cannon rush that or just...
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, man. Okay, so this...
That's called a sick mind gaming cannon rush. So he's got gas coming
Imagine
down.
if he made it, like, behind. It's like, well, I guess that'll be good against mutas later, right? Like, what?
Well, the cannon rush succeeded so far. And of course, Zerg makes a hatchery there so that, you know, the Nexus can't be made as quickly.
He's got it.
And then if he lets it finish, Creep spreads out everywhere, which then Protoss loses more time on.
Yeah, and
this is one of these weird games where each player is trying to screw each other over based on how their race operates.
It's kind of funny because this is so late, this one, that this pool rather, sorry, that no queen is going to even be able to come out of here, which is something that Party might be just mildly scared of if he didn't realize how late this pool is. Nailed that egg.
Nailed that egg. Set that egg to egg hell.
If they only had more time.
I was going to say, I was like, are we going to see this this cannon go down?
No.
Now, so Protoss is in a funny spot because Protoss does the cannon rush early on and does screw the Zerg out of an expansion, but then Zerg counter screws Protoss by making a hatch where the Nexus wants to be. So the Protoss is in this weird spot where he's got this big berth he has to wall off. And you know, it's like cannons up there, and then he can't utilize the fact that he secured that area as soon as he wants to. So
I like this for True.
Yeah, I think it was a great response for True.
Yeah.
I think True is actually looking to be in good shape in this game. And True's now going to get another hatchery. So what he's doing right now is he's not going to deal with that pylon and cannon over there. He's just not going to engage it for a while. He's going to focus on macroing, and he's basically trusting that because he now has his second hatch up before the Protoss has his second Nexus up, his third hatchery will finish roughly the same time the Protoss' second Nexus gets up, which should put True in a substantial lead. Now, we are talking about parting here, which makes it a little bit more complicated because
certainly
he's really able to do stuff that we would consider to be basically impossible. So maybe parting's going to teach us how to, you know, play from this position. But yeah, I mean, if I had to simply look at, without looking at player IDs, if I had to look at the situation, I'd say I think True's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, everything you said there is basically exactly spot on. And you know, what does Parting do from here? He's getting +1 attack. I wonder if, like, what is the plan? Does he try to take a third this game, or is he going to try to go with, like, a very slow
The problem is, I think a third's a hard to get here, considering the timing for the lead that the Zerg gets.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
you know?
I know. Well, I feel like every option he has is a little bit off.
A lot of the early thirds that you would see a Protoss get, they have, let's say they're going for Phoenixes, and then they just get one Zealot out, put the Nexus, and then wall on the cannon, you know, and just get it up safely. But here I don't feel like there's that window of time. And in fact, we're seeing a bunch of additional gates here.
Yeah, he's going up to 4 gates at the moment. He's getting that +1 attack as well. And the thing is that True sees all 4 gates, and he's getting his Roach Warren right now. I thought he actually started it before, his Roach Warren. Huh.
One other thing to note is that with Warp Gate, I mean, he can warp in right at that pylon. It's not like he has to push out here.
Yeah, that's true.
And that does put the Zerg in a weird spot because now there's 2 different locations that he can attack. And normally Zerg are pretty dependent on spine crawlers. Not spine crawlers in the main, by the way. But okay, he's not going to do that. I was pretty sure he was going to warp it in there. Well, maybe during the attack, he'll warp in Zealots and send it into the main or something.
He is going for an attack, and it looks like True is none the wiser. This could actually be very difficult for him to stop. Okay, he's making 13 Roaches right now, and there's not a lot of DPS in that actual army. It does not have a lot of damage output, so to actually kill this hatchery off before he defends it is going to be a bit tough. 20 Roaches on the way. Wow.
Yeah. Now this attack has to work. It has to work here for Parting.
He needs to kill this hatch. Like, if he kills that hatch, he's in good shape. If he doesn't, it gets harder and harder. All right, he kills one of the pylons. A lot more Roaches on the way. No creep spread yet, so it takes a minute for them to actually rally down.
But he's definitely got enough out there now. Now he's getting some Stalkers since he sees this is so Roach heavy. The question is it so Roach heavy it doesn't matter what Protoss makes?
Now, when in doubt, build more Roaches. They're going to be able to come up, take out this pylon. Parting realizes, no, that's way too much. And he's going to have to back up. So True right now going up to layer and just making a ton of links.
By the way, this has been a great series.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, we have a huge amount of links coming, Tasteless. This is, I don't know what Parting's going to do with this little tiny army that he has.
And it looks like, I think Parting just has to go back home. I don't think, I mean, he has recall available, but I think it's an inevitable thing. But Zerg's actually going to counterattack, and he might just force Parting to recall anyways. And by the way, True now going to take his 4th up here. Parting now attacking with a fairly measly army.
Yeah, measly compared to this huge group of Roaches going over towards Parting's base. But he gets another Queen. Parting's starting to warp in units at home, realizing that he could be in some trouble. And recalls most everything, but leaves some Zealots there for additional harassment.
Okay, so he's forced Parting all the way back home. Yeah, and now, you know, True could just continue to focus on building a stronger economy and tacking up here.
You know, True, he doesn't really have a lot of drones for 3 bases. 46 drones, not that big a deal, but he's getting his Roach speed, he's taking a 4th base, and he's getting that Spire as well. And Parting just now starting his 3rd later than the 4th gets started for True.
Yeah, We're watching Parting run out of air pretty. I want to say pretty quick, but it takes time. That's actually why it's painful to watch.
Yeah.
So Protoss is slowly getting more and more behind. Yeah.
Especially Parting.
Oh yeah.
It's like Houdini here.
25 minutes of holding his breath here before he eventually dies.
He's in like handcuffs.
Parting never got out of that straight jacket that True put him in.
No, certainly. Thing is, normally he does. Normally it's not an issue. And the pained faces he makes, that doesn't mean he's going to lose.
Yeah.
As we saw last game.
Yeah.
No one help him. He's fine.
Well,
it's all part of the show.
Houdini died by drowning, right?
Yeah.
He actually drowned. That's sad.
Yeah, of course.
It's like the worst way to die, supposedly. We have another attack coming up here. Now, this will most likely be recalled. I don't know. Parting's force fields are pretty sick.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is a lot of energy on these sentries, and he does have an immortal in there as well. But it looks like True is just going to go for a counterattack.
It looks like he might counterattack, but I guess what Parting could do is try to take out a hatch or something, and then recall back, and that would actually be a favorable exchange here. I think that's what we're going to see here.
If he takes out a hatch, thing is, oh wow, True is actually attacking right up the ramp. He doesn't care about the fourth at all. He's just going for it. A lot of cannons being created, but he doesn't have enough force fields here, it looks like.
Well, he's making those force fields work while he's there. I think what Parting's going to do is actually, he took out that, most of what's at the second. He's going to take out the main, I guess, and then warp back.
Oh my god, all this is about to get through, and it does get through. All these cannons warping in, being swarmed right now. Parting's going to have to warp home.
And he does just that.
And he gets on top of this army as quickly as possible before the recall is done. Some pretty good force fields coming down. A chunk of Parting's army being taken out. And looks like Parting is holding.
Parting's actually handling this like so well.
Yeah, no one handles these situations quite as well as he. And the thing is, he's taken out the Spire and the Lair, so this Mutalist tech switch was very expensive, but hasn't really done very much.
The only thing he didn't get was the Roach Warren in there, I believe.
Yeah, the Roach Warren, I believe, is completely fine, and the Spawning Pool is still fine as well.
Parting with laser-like focus here is still making this almost impossible to get out of situation. Not look so tough.
He's done well for himself. A tough situation right now for True. You know, that counterattack that True did, you know, I guess the one thing he could have really done better is not stay at the ramp during it, because he knew that a warp in, a recall was going to come as soon as he lost his lair, right? Like, that's obvious that Parting's like, okay, I'm going to kill your lair and then I'm going home. If his army had been on top of that Nexus, Parting would have had to warp into the main, and that would have given him enough
more time to get the Nexus.
Yeah, but as it was, he didn't get up on top of the army quick enough. If his army was already standing there, he would have killed most of Parting's army before the recall finished. So, definitely a bit of a mistake there by True on where he had his army position. If he had done that, I think that this game would already have been his.
We've got Stargates coming now, 2 of them here, for Parting, aware that Mutos are inevitably going to have to be dealt with if he's going to win this game.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see him actually pop out a whole bunch of Void Rays, to be honest. This is, with having killed the Lair and the fact that he has a pretty scary standing army.
You know, that's actually a really good point. I think because he left the Roach War, and I think you're totally right, Artosis. Yeah. I think that True's going to end up with too many Roaches.
Yeah, and the Void Rays are just going to tear everything apart, whereas, I mean, yeah, you could make Immortals, but I feel like this is just a better choice overall. All right, well, we'll see in a second. And he actually is going to make Phoenixes, but there's only 6 Mutas out, and I don't believe the Lair was ever even made again. So, you know, the Phoenixes, again, they aren't going to be bad. There's a lot you can do with Phoenixes. You go around, harass, kill Overlords. There's so little anti-air on the map. There's only 2 Queens on the map. They'll still be quite good.
Well, it looks like he's just going to... Oh, no, he's at... Okay, I thought for a second he was actually going to attack there. I was like, really? I guess he's hoping that Parting is more spread out than he actually is. But True does have a pretty big army here. True nearly maxed out at 176. Looks like he's interested in shutting down the 3rd base and starving Parting out.
True's coming in right now. Parting trying to micro heavily here. Oh, flank coming in. And in the meantime, he's kind of splitting his units here. A little bit sloppy by True, how he's going about this. Parting doing a fantastic job, though. And yeah, True had just a portion of his army go up in suicide into this set.
Well, look at this. Now it's actually Zerg in the red here, way below where Parting actually is in supply. And Parting slowly out-microing this. I mean, he's just very good. In fact, the Nexus wasn't even taken out here.
You know what? This is a truly indecisive battle. This reminds me a lot of Game 1 against Byung on Polar Knight. Truly, truly indecisive there by True.
It's like you can tell True's a very good player. He has a very good understanding of the game, but his games are sloppy.
Yeah, if you actually flank him, he has no idea what to do. Well, he probably has an idea, he doesn't do it.
Yeah,
his army just kind of goes in all directions. He's not focusing on anything. He's not repositioning. He's just kind of letting it happen. And you can't do that because now Parting has taken a lead that's never going to go back to True. It's kind of sad. I feel like True absolutely could have won this series.
It's funny because he could have even won in game number 2.
Yeah. This series, this was his series to lose, I think. You know, and well, the thing is, you do have to give a lot of props to Parting. Basically, any other Protoss in the world would have lost.
Well, he's just so resilient.
Yeah. He's got snake blood tastes.
He is a Spartan, man. Well, I think this is going to be the killing blow here, as there's this Protoss death ball that you cannot touch.
Yeah, that's enough Sockers. GG.
GG. Parting very happy with that. He had a good story getting out of this group.
Yeah, he almost fell there, but you know what? That shows how good he is, how much better he is than most Protoss, is that he came back in those games, because he really probably shouldn't have. That really should have been True's series. But Parting's good, man. Yeah.
Parting is pretty solid.
Parting is good, the end. See you tomorrow.
Well, the person we expected to get out first did get out first. It was Parting. Congrats to him. Now we have 3 players. It's a little bit tougher with these 3 to figure out who's actually going to be the next one to survive.
Yeah, I could absolutely see any of these 3 get out, but Byung, I'm having the hardest time just for kind of how badly True killed him before.
True stomped him pretty bad.
Yeah.
And True's still looking very good.
Certainly.
We'll see how he does against Minshik after this short break. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a little bit.